Hi there everyone, welcome along to the Big Quiz Night In right here on Facebook. Usually this is a pub quiz night that takes place at the King's Head and Bell in Abingdon, Oxfordshire. However, with the pandemic, I've taken to hosting these online, and we do that twice a week. We do this Thursdays at 9 o'clock and Sundays right now, which is coming up to 8 o'clock. I normally start a little bit earlier just to allow people enough time to join in. And we've got, again, as I said last time, we've got a lot to talk about tonight as well. Not just the quiz itself, but plenty of things to discuss. Hope you're all having a good Easter bank holiday weekend. With the page has been growing for me, and it's been an interesting Easter as well. So yeah, we're going to be talking about lots of fun things, I think, this evening. We're also supporting, excuse me, we're also supporting a charity, as always. And with both our quiz nights, Thursdays and Sundays, there's a different charity that we support. I'll get to your comments in a moment. Thank you for joining everybody so far. But tonight it is Sophia Sunday, hashtag Sophia Sunday. That means we're raising money for Sophia. You can see here, let's move that out of the way. You can see their sign back there. Sophia we'll be talking about soon as well as more people join in, but you can be donating to them. They help provide food for lots of vulnerable people across the county, and it's non-means tested as well, which means anybody can get some food from Sophia if they live in the Oxfordshire or Milton Keynes area. So yeah, we'll be talking plenty about them later on this evening. Welcome along, people. Thank you for joining, guys. Kids are here already. Yes, Matty, good evening. Matthew O'Neill, hello. Good stuff. Yeah, so normally the quiz is £1 a person to enter, and so all I ask is that you donate a little towards Sophia instead each week that you join in with the quiz, or you could donate a lot instead and then not worry about it for the next few weeks. It's entirely up to you. If you don't want to donate, that's fine, but if you could just share the page, share anything about Sophia, share this video, anything like that to help out, that would be appreciated. And yeah, so we'll be starting at about 8 o'clock, give or take, this evening. And yeah, looking forward to see how many we get tonight. We still haven't broken the record of 151 different devices at least watching, so we'll see how we go. Hi Sophie, welcome. I was getting comments right up until I went live asking is there a quiz tonight. So yes, there is. I hope you can find it. Yeah, I put a pinned post on the page as well. On my quiz page that you're watching this on, there is a post that's pinned at the top, and it mentions all the great companies we've been talking about lately, who are really working hard during the pandemic. And so yeah, let me just get the comments sorted out here. There we go. We don't want that. There we go. Sort this out so I can see your comments coming in, guys. Yeah, so I'll keep that pinned post on the page, and then if you want to add any companies to it yourself, you can just put them in the comments and say what they're doing to help out, and I'll leave that post on the page and people can just go to it whenever they need to if you want the link directly to those companies, and hopefully that will help you out. You haven't got the answers to the eggheads round yet. No, I wanted to talk about that and give people a bit more time, but I will post the answers to that after the quiz this evening. So for those who missed it, I posted an eggheads Easter eggheads quiz round earlier on the page, so it's a picture round. You can have a look at it in your own time, and the answers will be in the comments, but I'll do that later on. You'll still get a usual handout round. You'll still get the handout round at the end of tonight's broadcast, but I thought I'd do that extra one for Easter, as I happen to have it. Hi there to my mum. Linda's on. Hello, welcome. And to Jim, I hope you're actually watching. Jason, welcome. Hello, mate. Welcome. 4 blokes and a fact hunt. Sean Chambers, welcome. Good evening, George. Got a few top fans coming on, everybody. This is good to see. Tad's on as well. Tad, you didn't get your bingo card. I'm sorry, mate. No, we can't do bingo, I'm afraid. No, you have to come. You have to wait till we're actually back at the pub if you are in the area again, and then you can you can see you can come along and play bingo again, can't you? A lot of people are sad that they're missing bingo, because we do bingo normally at the end of the quiz nights on Sundays. Hi from Devices, Tony, welcome. How are you doing? Welcome along to the quiz. We're starting in about 10 minutes time. And yes, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to post the link in the comments now for Sophia's Just Giving page. It's normally, oh, hi from Westbury as well. Hello. Kids' team name is Otis Flywheel, apparently. Okay. All right, well, welcome along anyway. In the comments there, I've just posted it as myself, but I'll post it as the quiz page as well, just for good luck. There we go. So you need to go to that link there and donate if you'd like to take part in the quiz. Alternatively, you don't have to. You don't have to. I'm not going to force anybody to do it, but we are raising money for Sophia. Every Sunday we do this hashtag Sophia Sunday. And if you can donate, that would be fantastic. If not, it's fine, but please do share the page when you get the chance to, so that more people can become aware of the quiz. We also do have, speaking of raising awareness of the quiz, I've also got a big announcement to make in terms of music rounds, which I keep getting asked to do as well. You know, I've put off doing that for a long time because Facebook doesn't normally like live music or music in general being played in the background, and it will mute the broadcast. Oh, my sister's on too. Hi, Becky. But I think I've come up with a happy medium, but there needs to be something in return, I think, in order for this to work, because there's a bit more effort. But yeah, I'm going to talk about that once we get enough people on and we're about ready to start. We've got about 8 minutes till 8 o'clock, so we're talking 7:52 at the minute. I am going to keep doing time checks throughout the evening because I know that some of you are playing with quiz teams, quiz team members that are all over the place. And therefore sometimes one person in the team will hear the question, start messaging to their teams, and the other team members haven't heard the question yet. So to be fair to everybody, I'm going to give just a few more seconds break between each question, and then I'm also going to give time checks to let you know what the time is for me, so that you can, if you're a minute or so behind, you know that there might be a bit of a delay. Or if you're ahead of time for whatever reason, you can talk to your team and make sure you're all in sync. I know that some of you have had that problem and you've been in touch with me about it, so there you go. Bloody cheek, that was the landlord's team name at the Fox. The donuts are here, and real friends as well. Welcome along, guys. Welcome along. Yeah, hi Tracy, hi Sue. Social Quizdancing are here. It's a great team name, by the way. I haven't picked up on it before. We're playing Spot the Difference again behind me. If you can see all the little figures and things I've got going on there, there's a new figure that's been added. See if you can spot that as well before we start. Back in Black are all ready. Well done. Right, what are we drinking then, guys? What are we drinking this evening? I've got beer. I'm back in stock. I ran out of Beer 52 craft beers. So I'm on the Heineken tonight, which is my lager of choice at the minute. Chippy, welcome, mate. What's the clown emoji for? Is that because you are one? Jim waves. All right, Jim. All right. Can hardly miss it. Barking dogs are all here. Right, Bill, it is 1954. That is the time right now, not the year. You asked me to give you time checks. I'm giving you a time check. It's 1954, 7:54 right now. Big black armoured dude. Yes, the big black armoured dude. Well done, Sarah. You win Spot the Difference. We might have to bring that up again later. I'll talk about it then. G&T for Sue after a bottle of white. Why not? Why not? Kings and Queens are here and ready. What beverages you on this evening? Team Top Spinner here. First time. Welcome. How did you hear about us? How did you hear about the quiz? Would love to know. Starting in about 6 minutes or so. Hi to Lee. Lee, you on the cider again? I Am Legend team is here. Welcome again to I Am Legend. How are we doing with numbers wise? We're up to 70 numbers, 70 or so devices right now. That's good. G&T before dinner, red wine now for the kids. Very good. What a lovely day it's been today, hey? What a lovely day. My kids have been out in the garden playing all day. All day. It's hard to get them back in for food. It took a lot of persuasion. Even Easter egg chocolate wasn't bringing them in. They were having so much fun together. It was lovely. Selena, hello. Hello. Long time no see. Stowford Press for Sarah. Okay, Stowford Press. What else are we drinking, guys? Anybody else? See if we can get up to 100 today. That'd be nice. It's such a nice day though. I don't know if many people will be in the mood to sit in on their phones or on their laptops, but we shall see how it goes. Do keep those likes and emojis, those smiles and all those good emoticonal reactions going, please, because they do help out, put us in front of more people, which will mean we'll have more donations hopefully in the future. Stig Baguette's Amazing Haze for Tad. I don't know what it is, but if it's got amazing in the title, I'm sure it is great. G&T for me as well, Carly says. Stella for Jason. Stella, oh dear. Yeah, love hearts as well for Sophia. Lots of love hearts, please, for Sophia. In the garden, nice. Well, as the sun's going down, it's probably easier to see the screen, isn't it? So, yeah, that's not bad. Hey bro, we are playing with my new man. You mean Jakey? Doom Radleys are in the house. Welcome, Doom Radleys. Coffer, Mum says. Coffee. Really? I suppose it's a Sunday, isn't it? Export for the hubby. Okay, Carly, nice. Gemma, crew on the red wine. Yeah, why not? I might be on the wine on Thursday, I think. We've got a few bottles left. Yes, so we do have a big announcement. We're coming up in the numbers. We're almost at 8 o'clock. It's 7:57 right now. I'd like us to get to 100 before we start if we could. And then we can make a start soon after. Evening to Simon. Captain Cabinets are assembling, or at least Simon is. Whoever's joining. Jameson's with ice for David Drake. Welcome along, David. Wearing your Sophia hat tonight, Claire. Yes, absolutely. Mum peaked too soon this afternoon. Oh, really? That doesn't surprise me. I spoke to her earlier. Coffee drank earlier. Yeah, I thought so, yeah. Team Beep Beep, I'm a Jeep. Welcome. Is this the first time you've joined one of the live ones? Beep Beep, I'm a Jeep. Well, I want to say you have done at least one before. I can't remember now, to be honest. It's so nice that so many of my regular teams join the quiz as well. Facepalm. Yeah, okay. It's noon in Phoenix, and I've had a lovely lie-in, so I'm making the first cuppa for the day. Okay, Amy, yeah. You're allowed. If you're in a different time zone, I'm just grateful that you're here. Don't worry about whether you're drinking or not. We're not all alcoholics. Evening all, the King's Head and Bella here. And who's this? Maddie Cat Lady. Hello, on my own again tonight, but may have a team next Sunday. All right, yeah, well, please do, yeah. I know Thursday nights is a later start, so I know not everybody can join the Thursday night ones. Yeah, that's nice if you can get more people for the Sunday. Quizzards are here for their second ever quiz. They are sort of connected to you. You could have won the St. Bernard, to be honest. Yes. Okay, that makes sense. I thought I recognised some of the profile pictures. Good evening from the Rusty Bucket. Good evening, Tracy. Excellent. 94, 95 viewers now, or at least devices watching. That's at least the only count I can do. I know a lot of you will be watching with people within your houses, so it's hard to tell. 1 more minute to 8 o'clock, then I'm going to give you the big announcement for those of you who love your music rounds. Okay, you probably think it's not particularly exciting now, I built it up like that, but hey, at least I got most of you joining. Lee loves the beers, by the way. Oh, you love the Beer 52 beers. That's great news. Yeah, it's really good. I've run out of Beer 52 vouchers, I think. Let me just check while you're there, guys, because I might have one left that hasn't been claimed. I'm not sure. If I haven't, I've only got 50% off deals rather than completely free. So my golden tickets are completely gone. They've all been claimed. Wow. Okay, so that's great. That means that 10 different people now from this quiz alone have had a free crate of Beer 52 craft beer and delivered for free as well. Tonight's topic are with us tonight. Richard, you're not sleeping in then. You're not having a rest. That's fine, mate. Music, yay! Yeah, if you're excited for a potential music round coming up in this quiz, give us some thumbs up and likes. You know, if you've been to one of my quizzes before, you know what the music rounds are like. We play normally 15 clips of tracks, and you get about 30 seconds of a song, 1 point for the title, 1 point for the artist or group that released it. And we normally play it through twice as well, and we have trouble doing that normally here. Team Cross Atlantic are here. Leah Holt, welcome. Team Cross Atlantic. So where does that mean you're based, or is that just a fun team name? Is that a private joke? Next Beer 52's on the way for Jace. Excellent. Do we answer on here? Okay, now it's 8 o'clock. I'm going to start talking about the quiz itself, and then I'll give you my big announcement, and then we'll make a start with the first round. So what you need to do for the quiz rounds, I will say the questions over this broadcast. You need to just make a note of them, remember them, write them down on another device, type them in somewhere else. Yes, type them in somewhere else. Do not put the answers through in the comments, because that would be crazy. So it says 100 people, 100 different devices now watching. So that would be crazy. So thank you for checking with me though. So just make a note of them separately. When we get to welcome inquisitors, when we get to the end of a round, I will ask if anybody wants a question repeated. And if there are any repeats, we'll do those. If not, we'll move on to the answers themselves. So I'll then go through the questions again and tell you what the answers are. Then we'll do that again for the second round and again for the third round. Okay, so you just make a note of them, you mark your own answers, put the scores in the comments once we've gone through the answers for each round. We've got a time to tally them up. Post your answers and your team score, and your team name in the comments, and that we do read out, or that I do read out, and then we go on to the next round. So that's all you need to worry about in terms of that. You make a note of your own answers. There's 15 questions per round, and then once we're finished, I'll share a picture round in the page again, so you just keep an eye out for a new post and you'll see a new picture round. Roz has joined, Quarantinis are here, so that's Cell Marketeers as well. Welcome, Inquisitors, but on your own at the moment, hoping the rest are joining soon. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. Yeah, so shall we get on to the big announcement? Keep those likes coming if you want a music round. Keep the likes and the love hearts coming. Okay, wait for it. So, and I need to check the status of the page currently as well. I think the way we can get around doing a music round is if we do, instead of the actual songs, I play to you with no vocals, the backing tracks of the songs instead. All right? So bear with me. I could play to you 20 to 30 seconds of 15 different songs just without the lyrics on it. And that, in theory, because it's not going to be the actual song, would get around Facebook's copyright auto muting bot that ruins anybody's videos if you're playing live music or any kind of music through the broadcast. Okay, so I could prepare that for future quiz nights, maybe do one a week. Maybe if I've got enough time I could do one on a Thursday, one on a Sunday, and it would mean that you'd have your music round fixed if that's what you would like. So first of all, does that sound like something you would want? Because if I play actual music, it's just going to get muted and I'll end up getting kicked and the page will get banned eventually if I keep doing it. You just make a note of your answers when I get to the questions. You just make a note of them. Don't worry about putting them in the comments. I only want to see team scores in the comments. Yeah, 8-bit versions of songs would also work, yes. June's here. Thought I'd have to go, but not... You're going to have a go on your own. June, you're more than welcome to. If you make friends in the comments, you never know, you might get a team next time. There has been a quiz where they do a music round with no major issues, just play a lot less of the songs. Yeah, I might also try that. I might also try that until we get in trouble. The key thing is, if you want me to do this, I need something in return from you. And I never ask for much, ever. Because I'm not doing this for money. Donations is one thing, but I need one thing from you guys, okay? I'm not going to play death metal. Okay, what I need is to get this page to 1,000 followers. That's what I need, okay? Now, you may think that's an awful lot of people, and it is, but get this. We are already at 785 followers. It is a very small push, considering how quickly it's risen to that amount. It was at 200 before the pandemic, before the lockdown, right? So we need all the likes, all the shares, all the telling your friends and family that you can muster. If we can get the page to 1,000, I promise you, I will put together an actual music round to begin with, and we'll see how it goes. And if that doesn't work, for whatever reason, I will then move to doing instrumentals and alternate versions of songs that won't get picked up by copyright instead. Okay? So, and if you don't want to join, then you can just drop out, because the music round will always be the last round. So if you don't want to do the music round, you can always watch the first 2 rounds and then just drop off the broadcast and don't join in the music at the end if you don't want to. All right? That's the way I would do it. So if people want a music round, are you up for helping me to do that and get us up to... I'm not playing them backwards, Jace. No, that would involve a lot more effort than I've got time for, even with a lockdown. But if you're up for doing that, please do let me know, because I would really appreciate it. All you need to do is just keep on sharing and liking, and there's not enough shares going on. But if you can keep... Yeah, there's lots of emojis and likes coming, so that's great to see. Thank you. Because I think it'd be a lot of fun, but we need to get to 1,000 followers before it's going to be worthwhile doing it, and the exposure really grows then of this page from that point on. That's a big milestone for Facebook if you get to 1,000 followers. Yeah, thanks for liking the video though. I'm seeing lots of notifications coming up for that as well. Start now, I'm ready to win. Good. Let's make a start then. That sounds like a good idea. Round number 1 is art and literature. Art and literature, as requested by top fans, and also there are top fan questions in here too. If you are a top fan, it means Facebook has awarded you a top fan badge, and I invite you to a separate group, and then we'll talk about that in the break after this round, a bit more detail. So here we go, everybody. Just make a note of your answers. We're at 123 viewers, which is great. Monty's Minions lucky this started late. Yeah, it's only 7 minutes past now. There's your time check as well for the barking dogs. Question number 1. Which detective solved a study in Scarlet? Which detective solved a study in Scarlet? Round number 2 is going to be entertainment, and round number 3 is potluck, by the way. So if you're not into this kind of stuff for art and literature, then stick with it, because entertainment and potluck will be after that, which will just be general knowledge. So that's question 1. Hey, Adam, nice to see Adam Ball. Adam Ball's in there. Is Adam Ball watching? No way. I gave him a big shout out last time for having me on his show on BBC Radio Oxford, guys. That's right, I was on Radio Oxford. Huge props to my friends who helped me get involved with that. Hi, we'll donate £20 if you do a sports round. Will anyone top this? Adam, that's a fair shout. Yeah, all right. We'll do a proper sport round one week as well, I promise, if you do that. Okay, question 2. Which artist is famous for cutting off his own ear? Which artist is famous for cutting off his own ear? That's question number 2. In our art and literature round, which artist is famous for cutting off his own ear? Okay. Question 3 is for 4 points. So you get a bit of time to think about this. Question 3. What are the first names of the 4 girls who are known as Little Women? What are the first names of the 4 girls who are known as Little Women? 1 point for each. So Sarah, if you're keeping track for me again, that's 4 points for that one. But yeah, top fans are normally allocated Tuesdays and Wednesdays, I've noticed. I thought it was Mondays, but normally Tuesday or Wednesday, it seems that lots more top fans pop up, and that means that Facebook has allocated them to you. So as soon as you do that, I then invite you to the top fan group, and if you're in the top fan private group, you can help me choose questions or subjects rather, and round ideas for future quiz rounds. So that's a little reward for you. Question number 4. If King Arthur's sword was called Excalibur, what was Pridwen? If King Arthur's sword was called Excalibur, what was Pridwen? Pridwen. I have had quite a few people try and join the group for top fans without receiving the Facebook top fan badge, by the way. Which is nice. It's nice, but at the same time, nah, can't let you in. Sorry, it's not how it works. But I'm very polite and I message you and say why. And then you're welcome to join when you do get your badge, of course. Question 5 now. Question 5 is for 2 points. Who was the first woman and the first man to appear on the front cover of Playboy? It's a simple mistake. Jenny, you did it on purpose. You know you did. It wasn't just Jenny. I get it every day, honestly. It's lovely, but it does happen every day. Question 5 again. Who was the first woman and the first man to appear on the front cover of Playboy? 1 point for each. It is 10 past 8 currently, Bill. My time is 10 past 8. 10 minutes past the hour, and there's your time check. So I'll say that again. Who was the first woman and the first man to appear on the front cover of Playboy? 1 point for each. Yes, Roz, I'm hoping you'll get your badge as well. Yeah, I'm surprised there's a few people that haven't got them yet. And I don't know whether it's because they haven't accepted them or if they haven't been awarded them. Oh, hello. My dad and Victoria are on. Hello. Thank you for joining. We're only 5 questions into the first round, so stick around and hope you enjoy it. And we're up to 136, which is more. 136 different people or devices watching now, which is lovely. It's a little bit more than we had on Thursday, so that's good. Question number 6 now is a top fan question. Another top fan suggested something along these lines, maybe last week, maybe by the name of Peter Kidd. And it might be about James Bond. So question 6, what were the first 3 James Bond novels to be written by Ian Fleming? I will give you a clue on this one, okay? What were the first 3 James Bond novels to be written by Ian Fleming? Excuse me. Now, the clue is all 3 of them are named after movies, or rather the movies were named after them. One of them is a Daniel Craig movie, and 2 of them are Roger Moore movies. So one of them's pretty good and 2 of them are not that good. I kid, because I don't like Roger Moore Bond films very much. Yes, it's nice. Got loads of my family on, which is really good to see, guys. Sorry we can't all be together, eh? Still, 137 people watching. Hope you're all keeping up. Bill, your time check, it is 12 minutes past 8 now. 12 minutes past 8. I hope you're not too behind in whatever time difference problems you're having. Okay, so that was question 6 for 3 points. And now we'll move on to question 7. And remember, you do get a little bit of thinking time at the end when I do repeat some things. So you get a bit more thinking time then. Question 7. Which novelist wrote about the restaurant at the end of the universe? Josh Day's here. Welcome, Josh. Which novelist wrote about the restaurant at the end of the universe? Which novelist, please, for 1 point? If you missed the announcement earlier on, I was talking about music rounds and how we would incorporate them, but I need the page to get up to 1,000 follows. And if the page gets to 1,000 follows, that's a big milestone in terms of Facebook following, and it means I will then gladly put together a music round. And we'll see how long we can get away with the copyright problem. Playing shorter clips of songs may be the answer, but we'll see. Yeah, it's just... Pete, you're right. I know they've got some good elements to them, but Roger Moore is just way too cheesy and very much of the time winking and a nod at the camera all the time, and it does my head in. But the movies are okay. There's some fun to be had with them. Some of the stunts are incredible, but he is just too cheesy for me, which is strange because when it comes to music, I love a bit of cheesy music, just not James Bond. Right, question 8. What was Miss Marple's first name? What was Miss Marple's first name? Hi to Vernia, welcome along. Welcome, Vernia. Vernia shared with us the one of the movie picture rounds I shared on the page the other day, so I thought I'd give her a shout out and say thank you. Sue says she liked question 7. Oh, good. Oh, good. See, Pete, I think you mean you agree with me, right? Yeah. Which is the one with the car that does the flip over the swamp on that ramp that's just perfectly lined up for the barrel roll. It was amazing. That was very cool. I always forget which one that is, but I like it in terms of the action in it. The books are 100 times better. I'm sure they are. I'm sure they are. And they're also very different as well in many ways from what I've heard. I haven't read one myself, but yeah, June, I'm sure you're right. Okay, let's move on. But speaking of James Bond, because I did promise Pete I'd do 3 Bond questions, and I only did 1 last week. Bit of a misunderstanding there. So, question number 9. Which of the following is not a James Bond story by Ian Fleming? Quantum of Solace, Spectre, GoldenEye, or Octopussy? Which of the following is not a James Bond story by Ian Fleming? Quantum of Solace, GoldenEye, Spectre, or Octopussy? Keep the comments coming in, guys. Sorry to what? Just rifling through the James Bond box DVD set. Okay, too much box. Yeah, there's a lot of films. Yeah. Well, good luck. Okay, quick time check again. 16 minutes past 8. If you needed to know that, for those who have asked me. Let's move on. Question number 10 now. Question 10. Which artist's studio was called The Factory? You hate James Bond. It's typical. I don't ask any James Bond questions for a couple of weeks. I then get told, where's all the James Bond questions? And I put a couple of James Bond questions in, and then somebody says, I hate James Bond. That's the life of a quizmaster, I'm afraid. It's the same when I do my discos, when I'm DJing. I get the same thing. You play songs, nobody likes it. You play another song, everybody likes it, and then somebody tells you they don't like it. Question 10 once more. Which artist's studio was called The Factory? Which artist's studio was called The Factory? Oh, got it all flying here. 2 of those. Yeah, I'm just checking. You might get 2 points for that. I think one of them may have been written by somebody else. So yeah, you might get 2 points there for the James Bond novels that aren't written by Fleming. That's what I'm just checking up, actually. You're a minute behind, Bill. Okay, I'm sure there are others like that as well. Don't you worry. Question 11. For the Love of God is a sculpture created by which modern artist? For the Love of God is a sculpture created by which modern artist? Yes, so that is for 2 points. So let me go back to the James Bond one for novels. So the one where I was asking which of the following is not a James Bond story by Ian Fleming is for 2 points, okay? I didn't specify that to begin with, but there are 2. So which of the following is not a James Bond story by Ian Fleming? Quantum of Solace, Spectre, GoldenEye, and Octopussy. 2 of the 4 are not. So good luck with that. I should have said it was 2 points there, sorry. Okay, and the storylines in the other 2 films are nothing to do with the Fleming stories. Well, no, but if they're writings by Ian Fleming, then that's what I'm asking. 2 of those aren't Ian Fleming titles, Chris. Yes, 2 of them are not Ian Fleming titles. That's what I was getting at. Which of the following is not, or are not, James Bond stories by Ian Fleming? Quantum of Solace, Spectre, GoldenEye, Octopussy, yeah? Let me go back again. I'll tell you the next question and I'll check that. Question 12 now. Question 12 for 3 points. Which 3 novelists wrote The Twilight Saga, Game of Thrones, and The Hunger Games series of books? 1 point for each. Which 3 novelists wrote The Twilight Saga, Game of Thrones, and The Hunger Games series of books? You get 1 point for each. Alright, he's had too much gin. Okay. Now pay attention, 007. Exactly, yes. My lovely auntie's on. Hello. I'm not going to go into too much details about what all 4 of them are until I go through the answers anyway for that second Bond question. But yeah, don't you worry, we'll get there. Right, your next question then. Question 13. Who is the only former British Prime Minister of Great Britain to be awarded the Nobel Prize in Literature? Who is the only former British Prime Minister of Great Britain to be awarded the Nobel Prize in Literature? There isn't enough gin in the world. Kate says, I can't read, not doing too well on this round. Oh. Well, they're not all about books. Some of it's just about general knowledge around literature, I suppose. You don't have to have read the books. but maybe if you've come into or been made aware of this content before, you might know some of the answers still. You may have heard some of the answers. Your next round's entertainment, and the round after that is potluck. So, for those who for whatever reason don't read or can't read, you're going to have more luck, I think, with the next two rounds, I hope. And there will be a pitch round at the end, or there is a pitch round I share every few days as well. So see how you do with those. Your next question, guys, is question 14. Which branches of the arts were mastered by Frank Lloyd Wright, Anne Geddes, and Natalie Lowe? 3 different answers for this one. Which branches of the arts were mastered by Frank Lloyd Wright, Anne Geddes, Geddes, and Natalie Lowe, Lowe? 1 point for each. One point for each, guys. Okay, we've got one more question to go in this round, which is for another 3 points. And let me know what questions you're going to need repeated once I've read out question 15, okay? And then I can repeat some questions for you, give you some clarification if need be. Okay, so for 3 more points, your final question in this round. Which famous artists painted The Women of Algiers, The Card Players, and Number 5, 1948, 3 of the most expensive paintings in the world? So 1 point for each again. Which famous artists painted The Women of Algiers, The Card Players, and Number 5, 1948? Those are 3 of the most expensive paintings in the world. So name the 3 artists. 1 point for each. Do we have a break? Yes, because I've got to repeat some questions now so you can have a little break. What was that 13 or 14? Tony, which question do you mean? Let me know which one you mean. The branches of the arts one was 14. The Prime Minister to be awarded Nobel Prize in Literature was question 13. If that helps, let me know. Any repeats, let me know, guys. And if you need a bit more thinking time, you're welcome to it. Let me remind you of our charity again whilst I'm doing that, though. So we're raising money, as you can see in the background here, for Sophia. Yeah, question 13 I can repeat. Here's the link if you'd like to donate to Sophia again. Sophia run a community food larder. So they are putting together boxes and boxes of food and it's all non-means tested. So anybody's allowed to join in with the community larder. At the moment it's free during the pandemic, and they're providing all sorts of food, really good quality fruit and vegetables and tins and anything you can imagine pretty much. From a supermarket, you can get it through them. So it doesn't matter who you are, it's available to everybody. But of course they're especially really useful for vulnerable people right now. In particular, if you're struggling to go out and get your groceries for whatever reason, this is a really good way to get around that. So once a week you can go and collect your groceries, and they're doing it for free right now, so they need our donations. I need to grab a Strongbow. Then yeah, you go and grab whatever drink you want. I'm just going to repeat questions. You've got a couple of minutes, don't worry. So let's do 13 and number 1, and Tony's got it good. And yeah, Bill says Sophia are amazing. He's a recent new member too. Thank you for saying that, Bill. Well done. They are. Yeah, I was down there on Saturday too, and it was another great load of food that's going to keep us going. It's really helpful. Okay, so question 1, to repeat that. Which detective solved A Study in Scarlet? That was question number 1. You know, I've noticed the problem with having this here, which is my latest addition to the backdrop. It's a Death Trooper from Star Wars, from Rogue One, the Star Wars story. But because it's black, you can't really see it now it's gone dark outside. Might have to come up with a solution for that. 13, Bill. Yeah, I see you. 13. Who is the only former British Prime Minister of Great Britain to be awarded the Nobel Prize in Literature? My t-shirt. Look at that. You can't read it. See, it's backwards because everything on Facebook Live is a mirror image, right? But it says the unusual suspects. All my t-shirts, I've noticed this since doing this with them. It's got to be a mirror image broadcast. All my t-shirts, I've noticed, have got writing on pretty much. So I'm struggling to find t-shirts that I really like, that have got cool stuff on that I like, but haven't got writing on. So look nice in the background here when you're all, watching me. And it turns out I haven't got that many, but at least this one, the writing's on the bottom. So yeah, you get Big Bird popping up in the Cookie Monster occasionally as I move around. But yeah, if you're wondering why you can read that, it's because it's a mirror image that I printed off. So it was backwards. It's backwards to me if I look at it, but to you it reads fine. It's the only way around it, so I could get Sophia and our other sponsor that I show on Thursdays. But thank you, Gabriella. Hope you're enjoying the quiz. Team Danger are here. We have Abingdon, Swansea and Cornwall sections. Wow. I wonder how international we are today, actually, as well. We know we've got our friends from Phoenix, Arizona on, or at least one of them. We haven't got the Harperoids on this evening, I don't think. They've got at least Luke, who is in Germany, I want to say. Tad's watching. I think Tad, you're in Sweden. And have we got, my memory, is it Tony in Marbella as well from the Barking Dogs? You think the first quiz you did was the right way round? That's it. If it was, it's because, Bill, that's because it was on my Chromebook, not on mobile, and it was terrible quality. So I'm using my mobile now, which is much better camera on the Samsung S10 Plus. So I'd rather have a high quality video and audio coming through to you and suffer the mirror image, unfortunately, mate. Number 11. Okay, I can repeat number 11, and I think that's it for the repeats, and then we'll do the answers. So, yeah, number 11. Number 11, okay. For the Love of God is a sculpture created by which modern artist? That was number 11. Okay. I'm going to go through the answers now, guys. So tally up your scores as we go, and then I want you to post your team name in the comments. It was the right way round. We got too excited and woken up the effing kids. Chris. Oh, mate, I feel for you. Oh. Out of 28 with 2 points for Bond questions. Yes, that's right, yeah. So it should be 28 points because question 9 is for 2 points. Yeah, okay. So, question number 1. Which detective solved a study in Scarlet? That was Sherlock Holmes. Question 2. Which artist is famous for cutting off his own ear? That is Vincent van Gogh. Or Van Gogh, depending on how you pronounce it. Question 3. What are the first names of the 4 girls who are known as Little Women? They are Meg, Jo, Beth, and Amy for 4 points. Question 4. If King Arthur's sword is called Excalibur, what was Prydwen? Prydwen was his shield. Yeah, Excalibur and Prydwen. Okay, question 5. Who was the first woman and the first man to appear on the front cover of Playboy? Marilyn Monroe and Peter Sellers. Question number 6. What were the first 3 James Bond novels to be written by Ian Fleming? You could write these in any order. You get 1 point for each, okay? The first 3 were Casino Royale, Live and Let Die, and Moonraker. Moonraker, I know, was very different from in the book than the film. Because in the film, they tried to do a James Bond version of Star Wars, because obviously that was very popular at the time. Still is, I believe. But at the time, it was new and very popular. So they decided to make Bond go a bit spacey and a bit Star Warsy with Moonraker, which is totally different to the book. Question 7. Which novelist wrote about the restaurant at the end of the universe? It is Douglas Adams. Question 8. What was Miss Marple's first name? That is Jane Marple. Question 9. Which of the following are not James Bond stories by Ian Fleming out of Quantum of Solace, Spectre, GoldenEye and Octopussy? The correct answers for 2 points: GoldenEye, because that was the name of the house where he wrote all his stories in Jamaica, or most of his stories in Jamaica, or the name of his ranch. And then Spectre. Spectre is the group that crops up in a lot of the stories, but it wasn't the name of an actual book that he wrote. Whereas both Octopussy and Quantum of Solace were stories that Ian Fleming did write. Question 10. Which artist's studio was called The Factory? That is Andy Warhol. Vernia's got the strongbow. Well done. Question 11 was, For the Love of God is a sculpture created by which modern artist? It is Damien Hirst. Question 12, which 3 novelists wrote the Twilight Saga, Game of Thrones, and the Hunger Games series of books? It is Stephanie Meyer, George R.R. Martin, and Suzanne Collins. So 1 point for each again. Question 13, who is the only former British Prime Minister of Great Britain to be awarded the Nobel Prize in Literature? Winston Churchill. Question 14, which branches of the arts were mastered by Frank Lloyd Wright, Anne Geddes, and Natalie Lowe? It is architecture, photography, and dance. Yeah, the camera's wobbly because of the my Chromebook that I rest it on, so it's at the right height, has got a wobbly kind of hinge at that level, or in general, and then the table, you always get the wobbly table whenever you go out, right? Yeah, well, we've got one at home. Yeah, there's not much I can do about it right now, I'm afraid. I'll try not to shift around too much. I'm quite fidgety tonight. Question 15. Which famous artists painted The Woman of Algiers, The Card Players, and The Number 5, 1948? That is that are 3 of the most expensive paintings in the world. It is Pablo Picasso, Paul Cézanne, and Jackson Pollock for 3 points. Start tallying up your scores, guys. Let me know if you need me to just repeat an answer for you. Just be clear whether you want that's your score or an answer. You missed 14. The answers were architecture, photography, and dance. So 1 point for each. Architecture, photography, and dance. Yeah. Okay, team scores then. Otis Flywheel, 18 points. Karen's Fight Back, 13 points. It's a good effort. The Donuts have scored 13. Yeah, good one. Well done, Sue. See some more scores coming in when you're ready, guys. Tally those up. 21 for Cell Marketeers. Oh, wow, we've got loads in now. Freddy's Fickos, 17 points. Monty's Minions, 15. Thunderhorse, 13. Not as cultured as we thought. Don't worry, you'll be all right on the next round. Oxford and Phoenix Collective got 17. Cabinets, 22 points. 11 points for Mum and Jim. 12 points for Claire. Quizzard's got 22. The Wigglypuffs have scored 15. 21 for Quiztal Maze. Devisers Duo have got 13. 19 for Technically Challenged. Barking Dogs, 15. Yeah, 21 Crystal Maze. Devisers Duo, 13. Team Fossil, 16. 19 for Technically Challenged. Barking Dogs, yeah, 15. Back in Black, 21 out of 28 somehow. Well done. Abingdon Atoms, 20 points. Yeah, 22 for Cabinets. Haha, we beat you, mummy. King and Queens, 12. Not our round. That's all right. We mix them up every week. Midlife Crisis have got 19 points. My aunt and uncle have got 14 points. Tonight's topic, oh no, it's scrolled out of the way. Tonight's topic, can't read either. Thank God this is in audio. Yeah, 15 points. Midlife Crisis, 19. 9. Not a very good start for us, Dangers. Let down by the Cornwall lot. Oh dear. Doom Radley's 14 points. Queens in Green, 7. Oh, okay. I Am Legend, 14 points. 12 for Jasper and the backup. Team Topspin, 9. Not great, but great entertainment. Thank you, Steph. I hope you enjoy the rest of it. The next 2 rounds will be easier, I'm sure. Did I say this already? 26 for Inquisitors. I'm trying to write down who's got the highest score so far. So I think it's 26 for Inquisitors so far. Did I miss anybody, though? I don't think so. Let me catch up with the rest of the comments and see how we're doing. Cross Atlantic, 11 points. Yeah, 12 for Jasper and the backup. I'm not sure if I said that one. I think Inquisitors can give themselves a pat on the back there. They look like they have won this round I don't know if I've seen a score from Sal Marketeers yet. Roz, how many did you get? Terrible 5, June says. Started well, then went downhill. June, don't you worry. It's the taking part that counts. I'm glad you're here. Vernia says they got 15 points. Any more scores coming in? Can anybody beat 26? I think everybody can give a few likes for the Inquisitors there and some love heart emojis and all that good stuff, please, for the Inquisitors. I think they've won that round. 26 points is a very good score and a particularly tricky round there. The next round, though, is all about entertainment. So we've done entertainment before, but I just feel that sometimes entertainment / TV and films is something that everybody knows a little bit about. No drinks voucher. I know I can't give you the usual prizes from the King's Head and Bell. Oh, they got 21. Thank you, Sarah. Yeah, 21 for you. There's so many scrolling through, it's hard to remember which ones I've said. I just remember the numbers to begin with. But well done. Good score. Yeah, well done, though, Emma. That's a good score. No drinks vouchers, though. Normally, for those who don't know, the King's Head and Bell give £15 drinks voucher for the winner of each round, and we do 4 rounds throughout the evening. So it's the best single round pub quiz prize I'm aware of, and I've done this for a long time, and I know people that host them elsewhere as well, and they say this is the best one. So the husbands that don't usually get to come to the pub helped. I'm sure. That's great. So June 6th for us, we'll stick together. Okay. Yeah, good idea. Chloe and June, you stick together. That sounds good. Everybody could do with an extra team member, I think. And if you're playing the quiz on your own, why not? All right, so quick reminder again about Sophia. The link is going to be in the comments. It's normally £1 a person to enter the pub quiz, so please do donate to Sophia and check out what they're doing. It's all there on their page. By all means, have a look afterwards. You don't have to do it now if it's going to take you away from the quiz for too long. Please do donate afterwards, though. We support a different charity on Thursdays, and Sophia we support on Sundays. So I'm asking for donations for them tonight. But you can always just share the page instead if you don't want to or you can't afford to donate any money for what they're doing. That's absolutely fine. Now, before I move on, the next round is going to be entertainment. I wanted to tell you that one of the other things I'm doing right now is I'm recording via a new social media app called Limor, Limor, which stands for Less is More. I'm recording the Big Quiz Night In's Little Quiz on there, which is an audio clip of 3 random questions, any subject goes, and I'm sharing that on Limor, and then the top fans group are getting a copy of that posted there. Now, they can't comment back on that, and nobody can unless you've got the Limor app, but I do then reveal the answers later on. But I do that pretty much every day at the moment, and it may go to a little bit less than that. But if you fancy getting involved with a new social media app while it's in its kind of grassroots kind of level right now, it's all helping to promote the quiz further, but you get an extra quiz fix every day. And so that's Limor, Limor. And if you download that, you can follow at Big Quiz Night In. And then you get an extra little pub quiz from me every day, pretty much. So it's a bit of fun. And then I do post it in the top fan group. So if you become a top fan, you get those posted there as well. So it's all good fun. Right, let's move on then. Let's go to entertainment. So here we go with question number 1 in our entertainment round. Which of the following is the fastest selling entertainment product of all time? Is it the Nintendo Switch, Grand Theft Auto 5, or Avengers Endgame DVD/Blu-ray release? Which of the following is the fastest selling entertainment product of all time? Is it the Nintendo Switch, Grand Theft Auto 5, or the Avengers Endgame movie release on DVD and Blu-ray? So choose one. Time check, by the way, it is 8:40 right now. 8:40. For those who needed that. Question number 2. What is Elvis Presley's middle name? What is Elvis Presley's middle name? let's have a look at see if anybody's been donating while I'm giving you a bit of time between questions. Okay, they're doing really well with their fund, I have to say. Doing really, really well. Yeah, and there's certainly a few £100 that have come from us from the quiz, which is great. Okay, your next question, guys. Question number 3. This is a top fan question. I was asked to include some horror, thriller / kind of questions where I could, and so this was for Helen. Question 3. The Jigsaw Killer is a villain in which scary movie franchise? The Jigsaw Killer is a villain in which scary movie franchise? Mum, I take it that was the Elvis Presley's middle name question, right? And not the first one. I thought there'd be a few people watching tonight that would know that one, actually. Okay, question number 4 now is another top fan question. I was asked to include some more Disney questions. So, Selena and your daughter, I've included a few extra Disney questions tonight. Yeah, Keith. Yeah, Keith and Anne, I'm sure you both knew that as well, yeah. Okay, all right, so question 4 is true or false? Anna and Elsa from Frozen 1 and 2 are considered official Disney princesses. Is that true or false? Anna and Elsa from Frozen 1 and 2 and various other shows and whatnot are considered official Disney princesses. True or false? Question 5 is moving on to one of my personal favourite movie franchises. Question 5. Marty McFly visits which futuristic year in Back to the Future Part 2? Marty McFly visits which futuristic year in Back to the Future Part 2? Yep. Looking good. Yeah, tonight we've been hovering around 120 to 130 different devices watching, which seems to be kind of what happens most shows so far. I'm hoping the next few weeks we'll get a big push though. Would love to beat the 151 record. That would be fantastic. Right, question number 6 now. Question 6. 90s sitcoms was another subject that was thrown my way through our top fan group. I think Selena, again, you mentioned this one. Although maybe you were maybe you need to be more specific about which sitcom, because there were a lot of 90s sitcoms. But question number 6, featuring Joseph Gordon-Levitt and John Lithgow, which 90s sitcom was about aliens disguised as humans so they could observe human behaviour? Question 6 again, featuring Joseph Gordon-Levitt and John Lithgow. Which 90s sitcom was about aliens disguised as humans so they could observe human behaviour? Next question is another top fan question. Time check, by the way, it is 8:45 now. Question number 7, another one for Helen and her horror movie request. Which movie dared you to say his name 5 times? Sorry, which movie dared you to say his name 5 times? Name the movie, please. Stuff like that. Yeah, awesome series. Good. Yeah, it was very funny. If you're on about question 6, it was very funny. Remember it fondly. Question number 8 now. Question number 8 is for 4 points, but only if you get them in the right order. So good luck with this one. Put these services in order from oldest to youngest. Twitter, Gmail, Instagram, Facebook. Put these services in order from the oldest to the youngest. So the one introduced first to the one most recently introduced. Twitter, Gmail, Instagram, and Facebook. So that's for a maximum of 4 points, but basically it's 1 point for each one in the correct order. So you might get 2 points if you get them mixed up, or maybe just the one. We'll see how you go. Facebook, Gmail, Instagram, Twitter, put them in the right order, oldest to youngest. Okay, question number 9. Which film was the follow-up movie to Jurassic Park? Which film was the follow-up movie to Jurassic Park? That's one down since I started broadcasting. Cheers, everybody. How are your beverages getting on? You doing all right? Some of you still on the coffee or teas? Bank holiday. Come on. Is it late enough for a drink in Phoenix yet, I wonder? What do you reckon? Seriously, our kids are now having to join in because neither of us can be asked putting them to bed. Mate, Chris, how do you think it is over here? We have to get them into bed so I can do this. Can't really have them down. The second one for Vernia. Mum's back on the wine. I knew it wouldn't be long. I knew it wouldn't. Wine now. Yeah, well done. All right, let's move on. Question number 10. By what name was Jamie Summers known in the TV series of the 70s and also in the 2000s? By what name was Jamie Summers known in a TV series of the 70s and also in the 2000s? The 2000, that's the character name, by the way. What other name was the character of Jamie Summers known as in the 70s and in the reboot in the 2000s? Okay, let's see what the next question is then. So your next question is for another 4 points. There's a silly little fly buzzing around in here. That's really annoying. Okay, try not to let it distract me, eh? So for 4 points, name the last 4 acts to win the Eurovision Song Contest for the UK. Oh, I'm so sorry. You've got a similar profile picture, Vanessa, to one of my friends who's also here. It's a very similar. That's my bad. Vanessa, I'm so sorry. Yeah. You'll see if her name pops up in the comments. You'll see what I mean. Anyway, let's move on. Yeah, so the next question was about Eurovision. Now, we've only had 5 winners in total. So I want you to tell me the most recent 4. The most recent 4 winners of the Eurovision Song Contest. Maybe I need my eyes testing again as well. Maybe that's it. Can't really go to the opticians right now, though. Quite a few points up for grabs in this round, and the next one's going to be another top fan question, and we've got one more top fan question before the end of the round as well. There's no shame if you get question 11 wrong, by the way. No shame at all. It's Eurovision. I suppose it's fun for some. Hello, Alona and Anastasia here as well, and you're asking and answering questions too. Good, good. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Well, at least taking part. Whether you're enjoying it or not, I'm sure you'll tell me another time. All right, question number 12 is for Emma Irwin, another top fan. Okay, question number 12. I had a feeling this would happen when we talked about Bond earlier on. I'm gonna slightly have to alter this question, I think, because of how our discussion based on the Bond novels from earlier. Which was the first James Bond movie to feature Pierce Brosnan? Which was the first James Bond movie to feature Pierce Brosnan for 1 point? I will come up with trickier trivia next time, but I'm just having to change that because of our discussion earlier. So what was the first James Bond movie to feature Pierce Brosnan? They all went downhill after that. We've talked about this before. There you go. There's Vernia. Vanessa Meet Vernia is in the comments. You can see she's saying hello to you now. For some reason, I just saw V and I saw a picture with a separate section to it at the bottom, and I've got them confused. I'm sure you can understand where I'm coming from now. Emma, you're welcome. I wanted to do something different, but that'll have to do for now. But yeah, top fans do get what questions on certain subjects once you become a top fan. Right, so question 13. Time check, by the way, it is 8:52. Question 13. What was the name of the man who supposedly founded the town in which The Simpsons is set? What was the name of the man who supposedly founded the town in which The Simpsons was set? It's discussed in many episodes. The name of the man who supposedly founded the town in which The Simpsons was set. Got another 3 points coming up for this next question. Another 3 points here. So question 14. Jack Bauer, Don Draper, and Michael Scott are iconic TV characters that featured in which 3 Emmy Award-winning TV series? Jack Bauer, Don Draper, and Michael Scott are iconic TV characters that featured in which 3 Emmy Award-winning TV series? They're all US TV series as well. 1 point for each. Whilst you're thinking of that, time for another bet. And I'm back. One more question left in this round. One more question. Okay, this is our second Disney question, again for Selena and for her daughter, if she's still watching. Question 15. Following Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs in 1937, what were the next 4 Disney animated movies to be released? You don't have to put them in order, but think about the oldest of the Disney animated movies and tell me what the next 4 were after Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs was released. 1 point for each, so that's for another 4 points. Following Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs in 1937, what were the next 4 Disney animated movies? 1 point for each. As always, let me know if you need a question repeated. Okay, I'm going to switch over my chargers now. Oh, I want to do that. You say Disney's your favourite. Oh, that's great. I thought it would be popular. Question 14 then. Tegan's asked for question 14. Jack Bauer, Don Draper, and Michael Scott are iconic TV characters that featured in which 3 Emmy Award-winning TV series? Yeah, that was 14 for you, Alex, as well. Question 7 was, which movie dared you to say his name 5 times? Okay, I'll do 11 and 15, that's fine. Question 11, once more. Name the last 4 acts to win the Eurovision Song Contest for the UK. So 1 point for each. The last 4, the most recent 4 acts to win the Eurovision Song Contest for the UK. Scottish Crusaders have asked for 15 again. And number 10 as well. So number 15, following Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs in 1937, what were the next 4 Disney animated movies to be released? The next 4 after Snow White. Question 10 for Claire. By what name was Jamie Summers known as in a TV series of the 70s and also the 2000s? So that was the character's name, but there's an alter ego that I need you to guess for number 10. Okay. So we'll go through the answers in just a moment then if there's no more repeats required. Your link again is in the comments for Sophia. Okay. All ready for the answers? Yeah, okay, let's go for it. Question 1 then in our answers for the entertainment round. Which of the following is the fastest selling entertainment product of all time? Was it the Nintendo Switch, GTA 5 or Grand Theft Auto 5, or the Avengers Endgame DVD and Blu-ray release? It was Grand Theft Auto 5. By a long way, Grand Theft Auto 5. Oh, Karen, you want number 5 repeated. That was Marty McFly visits which futuristic year in Back to the Future Part 2. All right. Question 2. What is Elvis Presley's middle name? It is Aaron, or it was Aaron. Question 3. The Jigsaw Killer is a villain in which scary movie franchise? Jigsaw is from Saw, the Saw movie franchise. You're playing a quiz with your friend and his family. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, the more the merrier. The more the merrier. Question number 4. True or false, Anna and Elsa from Frozen 1 and 2 are considered official Disney princesses? It's false. They're not. There are, I know this because I had to do research for this question. There are certain rules one must abide by in order to be a Disney princess officially. How did Megan, age 10, end? How did Megan know Saw? Maybe because she's heard of the film Saw, and Jigsaw is a bit like Saw. Yeah, sort out in the comments what the total score is out of, please, because I don't know. But anyway, there are certain rules that Disney movies or Disney princesses have to go by in order to be declared a Disney princess. And the one thing that Frozen did to stop Anna and Elsa being recognised as official Disney princesses is they were too damn successful and they span off their own franchise. So they are their own thing and they can't be recognised as official Disney princesses, even though you'll see them in the parks and whatnot. Yeah, it's a no. They're not. She's 10. Pete, I don't know. Maybe you need to monitor her media time. Don't ask me. Can you please say, Charlie, it's bedtime as you're projected to the TV and it will blow his tiny mind? Well, Charlie, it is bedtime. Go to bed. Now. Come on. Easter egg chocolate threats go a long way, I find. Good luck, Chris King. Sarah, is it 27 or 26? Yes, it's way past bedtime for many children right now. I love the fact you got me to do that. All right, where are we now? Question 5 was the one I repeated. So Marty McFly in Back to the Future Part 2 goes to the year 2015. 2015, that's where they go in Back to the Future Part 2. They predicted a lot of stuff, I think, but I still haven't got my hoverboard. Not proper hoverboard, no. There are hoverboards out there, but not like that. Question 6, featuring Joseph Gordon-Levitt and John Lithgow. Which 90s sitcom was about aliens disguised as humans so they could observe human behaviour? It was called Third Rock from the Sun. Phoenix teens aren't out of bed yet. That's true. With the time difference, you're right. You're absolutely right, Amy. Vanessa says you're great. Thank you. I hope you're talking to me when I say that. I do try. Okay, yeah, Third Rock from the Sun was absolutely brilliant. Very funny. Really good theme tune as well. I've had it in my head all day since I wrote that question earlier. Question 7. Which movie dared you to say his name 5 times? That was Candyman. Candyman's the answer there. Question 8. Put these services in order from oldest to youngest. And the 4 I gave you were Twitter, Gmail, Instagram, and Facebook. So oldest to youngest, in 2004, Facebook launched. Then in 2006, Twitter. 2007, Gmail. And then 2010, Instagram. So you get 1 point for each that's in the correct order. So I'll leave you to work that one out. But you get 4 points in total there, 1 point for each in the correct order. Question 9. Which film was the follow-up movie to Jurassic Park? It was called The Lost World. The Lost World. So not Jurassic Park 2. I'm sure none of you put that there, of course. Surely I would never have asked you a question so easy if that was the answer. Question 10. By what name was Jamie Summers known as in the television series of the 70s and also the 2000s? It is The Bionic Woman. They did a reboot of it in the 2000s with somebody from who used to be in EastEnders. I don't know, I forget her name. But it wasn't very good by all accounts. But yeah, in the 70s as well there, Jamie Summers was the Bionic Woman. Question 11. Name the last 4 acts to win the Eurovision Song Contest for the UK. Katrina and the Waves, Bucks Fizz, Brotherhood of Man, and Lulu. Gmail's from 2004, you've had an account since then. I don't write every question, mate. Let me check that. Always something, isn't there? Every show. Gmail, free service. It started a limited beta release in April 2004. That's a limited beta. That's not the wide release. So you might have had one soon after that. So you have to trust me and go with the answers. I think maybe 2007 may have been more of an officially wide rollout. I don't know. But go with the order I've got for now, please, on that one. Question number 9. Sorry, where were we? Question 12 now was the James Bond question. Which was the first Bond movie for Pierce Brosnan? It was GoldenEye, the only decent one he did. A bit like Roger Moore, they just went a bit downhill, and we won't talk about that. But yeah, GoldenEye was the first one. Question 13. What was the name of the man who supposedly founded the town that The Simpsons is set in? I say supposedly because I think there's an episode or 2 where that's different, or they retcon it, or they do something to change the story. Yeah, thank you, Keith. I am. I don't think Gina G did win it, the Eurovision. I don't remember. I don't know. No, this quiz I'm using isn't that old. It can't be. Did she win it? She was a popular entrant for us. I'll check. Jebediah Springfield was the answer for number 13, though. Jebediah Springfield. So, yeah, give yourself a point for that. If you just put Mr. Springfield, you're not getting a point, by the way. You have to get Jebediah. Question 14. Jack Bauer, Don Draper, and Michael Scott are iconic TV characters that featured in which 3 Emmy Award-winning TV shows? 1 point for each. Jack Bauer is from 24. I really want to rewatch that. Don Draper was from Mad Men, and Michael Scott is from the US version of The Office. Gina G was Australian, but I think she entered for the UK because at the time Australia wasn't in the Eurovision Song Contest. I looked this up though. I looked this up and it wasn't one of the winners. UK winners. Yeah. United Kingdom has 5 winners. Sandy Shaw was the first one. I didn't ask you for that. Lulu, Brotherhood of Man, Bucks Fizz, Katrina and the Waves. I don't know why Gina G wouldn't there. Gina G finished 8th. She came 2nd. Okay, well it says here she finished 8th. Well, in any case, she didn't win. You had me going there. I was a little confused too because I thought she did well too. Maybe we just remember it that well because we never do well in Eurovision, like I haven't for a long time. Maybe that was it. Question 15. Following Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs in 1937, what were the next 4 Disney animated movies to be released? It is Pinocchio, then Fantasia, then Dumbo, then Bambi. So you can write them in any order. I just wanted to know what the next 4 were. But yeah, you get 1 point for each. Pinocchio, Fantasia, Dumbo and Bambi. Yeah, she finished 8th. There you go. Yeah. Ah, lost sound. Kate, you lost your sound? That's not good. Hopefully you're back. What's going on? Am I still live for people? My broadcast stopped as well. Although it says I'm live on my phone. Let me just refresh this. Hold on. Yeah, it looks like I'm okay. Yeah, give me some likes, please. Let me know that I'm still broadcasting because I'm watching it on a different screen as well, and it froze for me too. So hopefully it's all okay now. Donuts. All right, here come the scores then. Thank you. To get to the comments. Yep, still live. Okay, thanks guys. I'll have to catch up with your scores in a moment just so I can catch up with all this. Hold on. But keep posting your scores in. Looks like some of you did alright there though. I don't know what the problem is. Looks like you're doing okay. Okay, let's go to this one. Oh, I'll have to go back. Alright, let's see what this one is. Oh, glad to see you having a good night, some of you guys there. Nice comments, that's lovely. Alright, so scores then. I'm able to use my phone for now while I get this sorted. Otis Flywheel, Dreadful 13 points. Donuts have scored 17. Gemma Crew 14. Just but missed number 12 and 13. Oh, okay. Claire says 10. Team Danger 17. Quizzards 25. 19 for Monty's Minions. Otis and Pete says, and Otis has just realised that his name is actually Otis B. Driftwood. I think you've had too much gin, Pete. 8 for Heskey's Unbelievable Techers. Still live, hot, distracted by roommates hula hooping in the kitchen. Oh, nice, honey. Okay. 17 for Cabinets. Crap, he says. Okay. Doom Radley's 18. Oh dear. Freddy's Fickos have got 18. Barking Dogs 14. Kings and Queens 19. Love the Disney. Good. Midlife Crisis 19. 24 for Cell Marketeers. Well done. Diddlywax better score 19 points. Jim's Cooking Pizza. That's not helping, Mum. Half a dozen have got 17. Thunderhorse have got 18, like the emojis there. 19 for Quiztal Maze. 21 for Back in Black. 20 for Abingdon Atoms. 13 for Anne and Keith. 24, yeah, Cell Marketeers. 18 for Social Quizdon Sing. Mama and Jim got 18 points. That's good. 12, getting better, June. Well done. Team Topspin, 15 points. Bit better. Devisers Duo, 14 points. Tonight's topic, we don't spell good either. 16 points. Barking Dogs, I'm waiting to see your scores. Half a dozen is 6. Jason, their team name is Half a Dozen. Dad and Co have got 16. Good job. How many more rounds? I'm going to do one more round, Chloe, and then I'll share a picture round separately. Across the Atlantic, I've got 15. The Queens in green, 12. Dare I say, an improvement. Great stuff, guys. Great stuff. So, now I've got that back. There we go. Now we're back. I've got my comments back properly. Good. Joking. Jace, I know you're joking. I just like reading everything out that I see. You're on Pepsi Max now. You know your limits. So you're going to have a massive sugar rush instead. Good plan, Batman. All right, then. Round number 3 is potluck, everybody. Here we go with the potluck round. I'll run through this pretty quickly, though, because I know we're pushing it for time now. So here we go with general knowledge potluck. 15 questions, 1 point for each. Which is the longest bone in the human body? Question number 1. Which is the longest bone in the human body? Cue jokes in the comments. 14 points for barking dogs. Thank you, David. Okay, well done, guys. Your time check, by the way, is 21:12 at 12 minutes past 9. Okay, question 2. What currency is used in Spain? What currency is used in Spain? Don't laugh and think that's an easy question, because not everybody here is from Europe and might not know the answer to questions along those lines for countries in this continent. Question 3. Which brothers lost that loving feeling? Which brothers lost that loving feeling? It's a great film that song's in, by the way. I'm sure loads of you know that. You're eating a chocolate rabbit you got from Sophia. Nice. Yeah, our kids got 4 Easter eggs from Sophia. 2 in each box over the last couple of weeks. Lovely. Or did we get 1 in each box and we pinched the one that was given to my mother-in-law because she obviously doesn't need that? I don't know. But anyway, we got chocolate Easter eggs. Lovely. Yeah, which brothers lost that loving feeling? That was question 3. Question 4. From what were the black keys on a piano traditionally made? From what were the black keys on a piano traditionally made? Jeff, I'll repeat 1 and 2 when we get to the end. So we'll come back to it. Let me know. Remind me when we get to the end. I'll repeat them for you. Dave Brown's watching. Better late than never. Missed no fucking chance tonight. But welcome, mate. Stick around if you want. This is the last round of the evening anyway. We start earlier on Sundays. Maybe you forgot that. I don't know. Maybe it's just joining in for a little bit of quiz fun while you can. Question 5. What is the equivalent of the Red Cross in countries with a majority Muslim population? Was that for the question I asked about the black keys of a piano? From what were the black keys on a piano traditionally made? That was question 4. But question 5 was, what is the equivalent of the Red Cross in countries with a majority Muslim population? Question number 6 is about panto. Some of you will know a bit more about this than others, maybe, from what I know of those watching. Question 6. Traditionally, what is the name of Jack's cow in the Jack and the Beanstalk pantomime? Traditionally, what is the name of Jack's cow in the Jack and the Beanstalk pantomime? Oh, no, it isn't. Oh, yes, it is. Yeah, it is. I know. I could bet money on at least one of the 2 people that just said that in the comments. Steve, I'll repeat questions once I've gone through all of the questions for the round. So don't worry, I'll do 1 and 2 again, and possibly several others. So yeah, question 6 was traditionally, what is the name of Jack's cow in the Jack and the Beanstalk pantomime? Question 7. We're on to music now for number 7. Which was Madonna's first UK #1 record? Was it Like a Virgin, Papa Don't Preach, or Into the Groove? Okay, hands on Keith's phone, yeah. Okay, that's fine. I wondered why you joined and then left and then Keith joined, actually. I did notice that. Yes, so which was Madonna's first UK #1 record? Was it Like a Virgin, Papa Don't Preach, or Into the Groove? Why, we don't do panto things in the US. That's very much a classic UK thing. Yeah, I thought it was. I had a feeling you might struggle with that one, but hopefully your friends, your other teammates will be able to help with that one. Yeah, I can't imagine panto being a thing that would be very popular in America. Okay, it's not very good over here, to be honest, either. But depends which who's in it, I suppose. Okay, your next question then is question 8. What would normally live in a formicary? What would normally live in a formicary? I'm probably saying it wrong. Oh, sorry, shaking the camera again. There you go. Formicary. I've just put it in the comments. It's under my name. Under Chris Whitehead. You'll see that for those who don't know. Oh, yes, it is. Yes, cue the panto jokes in the comments, I'm sure. Right, let's go with question number 9 now. Oh, quick time check. It's 21:18 now. So question number 9. Who coined the phrase Big Brother? Who coined the phrase Big Brother? Okay. Question number 10 then. It's inside you. Bell. Bill, that's not the line. That's not what you say in panto, mate. At least not the pantos I've been in before when I was a kid. You're watching a very different pantomime if that's what people are saying. You were March Hare and Maddie says, "How very dare you? I was March Hare in Panto and Fairy Gossamer too, and it was fab fun." Yeah, I was in Panto too. It was fab fun for me being in it. It might not be fun for the audience though. Cheers. Charlie's gone to bed and now believes I control the TV. You're welcome, Chris. Same time next week. Hopefully not on Thursdays because we start an hour later on Thursdays. So yeah, hopefully we won't have the same problem again. But you're welcome. Yeah, we'll do repeats in a minute. Okay, next question then. Question number 10. What colour are the seats in the House of Lords? Apologies to Phoenix, Arizona. What colour are the seats in the House of Lords? Although, in fairness, you could probably guess. Right. Yeah, we've got a few questions to repeat. Right. Question 11. What have wrestler Jesse the Body Ventura and Arnold Schwarzenegger got in common? What have wrestler Jesse the Body Ventura and Arnold Schwarzenegger got in common? I know there's a lot of jokey answers you could come up with there, but there's one thing in particular that they have in common. Four more questions to go, guys. Okay, question 12. Question 12 is a token sports question. Sorry to tonight's topic is. for that team. Apologies, I know you don't like this, but question 12. Although we will be doing a sports round at some point soon. Question 12. For how many years was the FA Cup final played at Wembley Stadium, the original Wembley Stadium, before it was demolished in 2001? Now, this is obviously quite a tricky question. So if you get it exactly right, you get 2 points. If you're one year either side or one time either side, you get 1 point. Okay? Donkeys? Huh? I don't know what you mean. Yeah, so how many years was the FA Cup final played at Wembley Stadium before it was demolished in 2001? 2 points if you get it exactly right, 1 point if you're either side of the correct answer. Apologies appreciated, but not accepted. No, I thought you'd say that. Arnie? Oh, the donkeys. Yeah, no, I'm afraid it's not the donkeys. Yeah, Arnold Schwarzenegger. I don't know if you've seen his videos on across social media, but he's got a baby donkey and like a Shetland pony or a miniature pony thing that live in his house, and he feeds them and looks after them, and it's just crazy. He puts them in headlocks, and I don't know. I'm sure there's something wrong with that, but at the same time, it's very cute. But that's not the answer. No. At least not that I'm aware of. But Mum, I know you would want that, wouldn't you? The only thing I could think of with that though is who's doing all the mucking out? Are they house trained? I mean, how does that work? Surely they can't be living in his house all the time. Question 13 now. Question 13. Oh, how big a donation do we need to never ever have a sports round again? I haven't done a sports round yet. I've done sports and leisure, I think, once. I haven't done a sports round. If you never ever ever want me to do a sports round, I think you need to donate like £1,000. Because honestly, I've got to do it at some point. He has staff, yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, if you donate £1,000 in one hit to Sophia or to Courtney on our Secret Santa on Thursdays, then I won't do a sports round ever. Yeah, one single donation of £1,000. How's that? I bet you won't. And don't worry, I'm really not expecting you to donate that much. You'll just have to drop off. I'll do sport last, and you'll just have to drop off early if you really don't want to stick around. Question 13. What name is given to a baby pigeon? What name is given to a baby pigeon? Yeah, Richard and Charlotte obviously do love their sport, yeah. No. They say sarcastically, yeah. I always get stick from having to do sports rounds on Sundays. Yeah. But, there are a lot of people that are willing to donate a lot of money to get a sport round. So I think we'll probably go with that. It's a more realistic target. And I'll do it last so people can drop off if they don't want to do a sports round that day. Yeah, what name is given to a baby pigeon? That's question 13. Question 14. If a dish was prepared Florentine, what would it contain? If a dish was prepared Florentine, what would it contain? One more question to go, guys. One more question to go in tonight's quiz. Remember, we will be back again on Thursday night. Thursdays I start at 9 o'clock. I mean, the broadcast will be starting about 1:45 like usual, but the quiz itself will start about 9 o'clock. All right, let's do question 15 then. Who have had the most UK #1 singles? Is it the Spice Girls, Michael Jackson, or Take That? So out of those three, who have had the most UK #1 singles? The Spice Girls, Michael Jackson, or Take That? Choose one. Okay, so let's do some repeats then. I know you wanted 1 and 2, and possibly another one. But yeah, as always, pop them in the comments now. Your housemates are too busy hula hooping. Please could you repeat 1 and 14? Oh dear. Too busy hula hooping. I hope this isn't a trend starting in your house. Get involved with the quiz, come on. Alright, question 1. Which is the longest bone in the human body? That was question 1. Number 8 as well I need to do. Let's go back down to 14 now. I'll do them in the order you comment. So, if a dish was prepared Florentine, what would it contain? Question 8. What would normally live in a formicary? I hope I'm saying that right. I'm going to put formicary in the comments so you can see how it's spelt. Sorry for the wobble. No trend, your housemates are just mental. Alright, well, for the next quiz, hide the hula hoops. Problem solved, right? I hope. Get them involved. Question 3. Which brothers lost that loving feeling? Which brothers lost that loving feeling? That was question 3 for you, Ed. Don't forget to check out, if you've been following me for any great length of time on the quiz, commenting, liking, sharing, and you haven't got your top fan badge yet, Tuesdays or Wednesdays, I normally see people have been allocated them and they're accepting them. You do have to accept it. You'll get a notification from Facebook. I don't get to pick who's a top fan and who isn't. But once you are a top fan, I can invite you to the top fan group. And in the top fan group, you get to suggest rounds and subjects to cover in future quizzes, along with various other things, including my daily mini quiz that I host as well, which is just a short little audio clip I share. And so, yeah, that's on Limor. You can listen to it on Limor instead if you want. I tried getting them involved and it just wouldn't work. Well, honey, do you know what? Pub quizzes aren't for everybody, but all the cool kids are here at least, so at least you're with good company. Any more repeats? And I'll go through the answers. Last chance if you want repeats. Yeah, loving all the likes. Thank you. Keep the likes coming. Give the love hearts for Sophia as well. A lot of hard work. They're doing another 3,000 or so boxes worth of food going out this past week. At least 3,000, I bet. Helping an awful lot of people. So yeah, really worthy cause as always. But yeah, I'll go through the answers then. What's this comment say? Tracy says, oh, more repeats, 2 and 9. Okay. Tracy says, thanks for another great quiz. We've done a few recently and yours is our favourite. Oh, Tracy, well, the thing you can do then to make this better is to tell everyone you know. Because as soon as we get to 1,000 follows on this page, and we're almost there, as soon as we get to 1,000 follows, I will do music rounds. We'll try proper music rounds first, where I play actual clips of music, real songs, and you have to guess the artist and title. But then if I get in trouble with Facebook for that, we'll drop to doing instrumental versions instead and different alternate music rounds. But it takes a bit more prep to do, so I need to get to 1,000 follows to make it worthwhile. 5,000 boxes of food, Claire says, from last week at Sophia. Wow. Okay, I'll repeat questions 2 and 9 I've been asked to repeat. Let me just do that quickly. Question 2, what was Elvis Presley's middle name? That was number 2. And number 9, which film was the follow-up movie to Jurassic Park? Oh, no, hang on a minute. I'm on the wrong round. What we're doing? Question 2, what currency is used in Spain? So sorry, I've still got the other tab open. I'll close it down. What currency is used in Spain? And question 9, who coined the phrase Big Brother? Sorry for the confusion there. Yeah, Steve, I'll do a sports round as well, but you need to donate at least 20 quid to Sophia tonight. Or in general. Let me know when you've done it. Yeah, sorry, Mum. I got you a bit confused there. And probably everybody else. Question 2, what currency is used in Spain? Question 9 was who coined the phrase Big Brother? It is out of 15 this time, unless you got the year exactly right for number 12, in which case it was 16. I'm not drunk. I'm just a bit hyper on this. Bill, yes, it is amazing. You know if I am drunk. Honestly, you'll know. Really enjoyed it. Really appreciate you taking the time to entertain us. Now, Steph, you're welcome. Come back on Thursday if you can. Thursday starts at 9 o'clock. And then Sundays we're back at 8 o'clock again. Thursdays we support a different charity too. Very important. Again, working hard during the pandemic. Let's go through the answers then, because we're overrunning a bit now. For question 1, which is the longest bone in the human body? That is the femur. Question 2, what currency is used in Spain? It is the euro. Question 3, which brothers lost that loving feeling? It is the Righteous Brothers. Question 4, from what were the black keys on a traditional piano made? It is ebony. Question 5, what is the equivalent of the Red Cross in countries with a majority Muslim population? It is the Red Crescent. The Red Cross and the Red Crescent. Question 6, traditionally, what is the name of Jack's cow in the Jack and the Beanstalk pantomime? It's called Buttercup. You start work at 7 on a Friday, Sarah. Oh, that sucks. Oh, dear. Okay. Let's go on. Question 7. Which was Madonna's first UK #1 record? Was it Like a Virgin, Papa Don't Preach, or Into the Groove? It was Into the Groove. Question 8. What would normally live in a formicary? It is ants. Formicary is an anthill. Question 9. Who coined the phrase Big Brother? That is George Orwell. Question 10. What colour are the seats in the House of Lords? They are red. Chippy remembers. Okay. Yeah, they are red. Question 11. What have the wrestler Jesse the Body Ventura and Arnold Schwarzenegger got in common? They are both governors of states in the USA, or they were both governors of states in the USA. Arnold for California and Jesse in Minnesota, respectively. Question 12. For how many years was the FA Cup final played at Wembley Stadium before it was demolished in 2001? 2 points if you got it exactly right. 77. If you got 76 or if you got 78, then you get 1 point for being close. But if you got 77, give yourself 2 points. Question 13, what name is given to a baby pigeon? It is a squab. Question 14, if a dish was prepared Florentine, it would contain spinach. And question 15, yeah, okay, they were both in the Predator film together as well. You can have a point for that instead. Instead, not as well. That's a good point, Matthew. Well done. Get to the chopper. Love a bit of Predator. Okay, yeah. Question 15. Who have had the most UK #1 singles between the Spice Girls, Michael Jackson, and Take That? It is the Spice Girls, tragically. Yeah, they had, yeah, it was the Spice Girls. They had the most #1s out of those three. So, tally up your scores, pop them in the comments, and let's see how well you did. Remember, we're back. We're here every Thursday and every Sunday. Thursday's 9 o'clock, Sunday's 8 o'clock. Yeah, it is a great film, Jace. It's just a shame a lot of the sequels weren't that great, and the Alien versus Predator film as well. Yes, UK #1s. 12 for Monty's. So it's out of 16, so 12 is a good score. 6 for Claire. Scottish Crusaders, can you have a designer clothes round? Become a top fan and we'll talk about it. What was 14? Hang on, what was 14? 14 was spinach. 10 points for Dillywax. Team Danger, what was answer 14? I just said, yeah, spinach. Midlife Crisis got 14 points. Gemma Cruz got 10. 10 for Team Fossil. Get to the chopper. Otis B. Driftwood will be retired this week after a miserable 10 points. Thanks for another great quiz, Chris. See you Thursday. Yeah, see you guys. 8 points for Barking Dogs. We be a bit, what? Really? We be a bit thick, really. 10 points for tonight's topic. 10 points for Do Madleys. 9 points but enjoyed the quiz. Thank you for joining, guys. 14 points there. 8 points for Cross Atlantic. 8 for... it's going by fast. 10 for Wigglypuffs. 14 for Inquisitors. Back in Black, 11 out of 16. Quiz Tommy's 11. Give us your last few likes before you go, guys. That's much appreciated. More likes and more comments. 13 now the kids are in bed. Well done, Chris, King, and co. Well done. 11 for Rosenroy, was that? Yeah. For Rosenroy, well done, 11 points. Victory over the Devices Town Mafia is ours. Well done, Charlotte. Yeah. Team Danger, you're welcome. 8 points. Quizzards, 12. I went with Florentines from the Bake Off. Dad and Co got 11, well done. GeForce 14 or 15 if you accept a cow. It's called Daisy. Well, it's Buttercup, but so cows can sometimes be called Daisy, but it's called Buttercup in the Panto traditionally. 11 points for your first effort, Liz. Very well done. 11 for Donuts as well. 13 for Vernia. Thank you for another great quiz night. You're welcome. Oxford and Phoenix Collective, 11 points. Freddy's Ficos, 12. Some of you put Daisy for the cow. Look, traditionally it's Buttercup. That's all I'm saying. 12. Thanks, Chris. You're welcome, Sue. 9 for Cross Atlantic. Oh, okay. Give yourself a bonus point. It doesn't matter. It's just for fun. Owen, you're welcome, mate. Yeah, so I think that's about it. If you guys wanted to go now, that's fine. I'll close off this video by saying my usual stuff that a load of you know. I'll share the pitch around very soon, so you can have a look at that. It's an anti-grams round. Ed, if you're still watching, it's for you. It was your request. The Just Giving link is in the comments for Sophia. That's back here. Sophia, please give generously. If I see a big donation and for a sports round in there, then you let me know and I'll go check. And we'll see if it's worthy of it. I think at least 20 quid and I'll do a sports round. Yeah, you're welcome, guys. Good night. Yeah, so Thursday's quiz. Top fans, let me know in the top fan group what you'd like for Thursday. I think I'm going to have to do a sport round. We need to get to 1,000 follows, though, if you want me to do a music round, though. Music round takes a lot more effort to put together, I think. So I want to see that milestone hit. 1,000 follows. Please do share this page with everybody you can. Get them all to follow the page. You only have to watch on one device. But if everybody follows the page, you'll get me up to that next milestone, and that'll be much appreciated before you all go. Yeah, you're welcome, guys. Cheers to Thunderhorse. Nanite Sheila, thank you. You're welcome. Yeah, Laurel, cheers. Thank you. Thanks, Richard. Cheers to you and Charlotte for joining in again. Good night to all my family as well. My family was joining tonight. Really appreciate that too. Much love to you all. Hope you all stay safe, guys, as well. It goes to everybody, of course. Stay safe out there. Wash your hands. Wear a mask if you've got them when you go out, and do all that stuff to keep yourself safe, whatever it is. Stay home. Only go for your one regimented exercise a day you're allowed. Good quiz. Catch up another week. Please do. Yeah, every Thursday, every Sunday. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Much appreciate it. Good night, people. We'll see you same time next time for more of the same fun. Cheers.